Happy Sunday, fun day, everybody, and welcome to Screen Time Continuum. And I am the Mustard, and I am here joined by the boys Nick and Keelan. How you guys doing this Sunday?
Hey, happy Sunday.
Really great Sunday. Can't complain at all. Looking blue, but not feeling blue. That's for sure.
You can't complain yet.
That's right.
Good point.
Um, Thank you guys for joining us once again. And this Sunday, of course, if you hear one of us changing it up, you also know that it is our pick for the day or for the show itself. So tonight pick is of course from Moi, and tonight movie we're going to be discussing and reviewing is House Party. Oh, I'm sorry, Mitchell's.
Well done.
The Mitchells versus the Machines. Since the last time I was on with you guys, I was like I had two choices in my head about some. I feel like I was in an apocalyptic mood after the last show I did when we did Don't Look Up. I was like, I want something stupid, and that might be fun. And this has been on my radar since I seen it on Netflix. Since this movie only caught my attention because it was the same Sony animated team that brought us into the Spider Verse. So I was like, you know what? Why not? Looks stupid. Looks like I can just turn my brain off and enjoy it without thinking. So I was like, let's go for it. Let's see. Beyond that introduction, let's see. Hopefully, I can go through some of these voice actors, also actors, without screwing up the pronunciation of some of their names. I'm on a roll right now because I'm not stuttering tonight yet. So we got Abby Jacobson playing Katie Mitchell in this movie. We have Alex Hirsch as Derek. Oh no, not Derek. Dirt.
Dirt.
See, I already fucked that up. I'm sorry. Excuse my language. We got Michael Rhonda.
Rihanna.
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 That's a hell of a last name. But yeah, as Aaron Mitchell, we have the man himself, Danny McBride, as Rick Mitchell, and we have Olivia, what do you call it, Coleman as the pal, and we have Maya Rudolph.
Yeah.
Rudolph, okay, as Linda Mitchell. So these are just mainly the main cast members, and there's one more person that was in
Eric
this
Andre.
movie. Yes, Aaron.
John Legend.
Right. Fred Armisen. Chrissy
Yep, we got some
Teigen.
more. Yep, there we go.
There's a bunch of people in it. This movie is like kind of overloaded. Blake Griffin, Conan O'Brien.
It's my bad because I'm only looking like at the first row on the casting off of like IMDb. Not
Oh no,
everybody.
it's all good. I mean, this is one of those voiceover movies where like what's I want to say the lady Shashir. I never remember her last name, but she's a comedian and actress. This is one of those movies where I think when you look all the way down to the bottom, you're like, wow, I know that person too. Or I've seen this person in something. And this is probably for me, and I guess I'll use this as my intro to like my first thoughts. This movie from what me is like it hit like one of those all-star cast movies, but in a positive way. Like
Oh,
when you
that's
just have so much opportunity right there as far as what the talent is capable of.
yeah, especially when you don't have to see their face.
True.
But yeah, I mean, thoughts. I mean, for me personally, I thought it was just it was cartoon. It was definitely cartoony. It was definitely cartoony, and it did take some notes on like I said. I'm sitting here fresh with what do you call it? Don't Look Up in my mind, and I couldn't help but do some comparison for the whole what they trying to get in that. But I was like, but they did it way better. I don't know why I want to compare these movies so much, but they did it way better on the level of just having fun with it, and throwing out some social issues we do have today. And that's about it. I thought it was all right. It's good to turn your brain off. Popcorn for it.
Nick, what do you think?
I hated it. No,
Good
I'm
job.
kidding.
Yes.
Oh, come on.
No.
Actually, I expected you to hate it.
Your face is just like, and it's like expected. Like, we don't know if this dude is serious or what, or he's just until you start laughing afterwards.
Yeah, that's the gig right there.
You know what?
No,
I actually hated it now.
yeah. No, I enjoyed this movie. I like Dijon said, it's turn your brain off and just laugh and have a good time. I think it does exactly what it's supposed to do. I think the animation style is really beautiful. I love the mixed media animation. There's not just CGI. There's like watercolors and just different methods of animating the entire movie that I really liked. The story kind of dragged a little bit, which for an hour and 37 minutes, I didn't expect. I thought it was going to go by pretty quick, but there were some points where I'm just like, all right, let's get to it. What's really weird about this movie, and it's only because I just watched this other movie previously. This other movie previously runs parallel to this movie, and it's very strange. It's called Ron's Gone Wrong. I don't know if have you guys seen it?
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I've just seen, honestly, before watching this, when did I watch this? Saturday? I think yesterday. Wow, yesterday was Saturday. Like a day, I think it was Friday. I honestly watched Wrong as well.
Mm-hmm.
Emotionally, connection wise, I like that better than this.
Me too. Yeah. I was about to say, yeah, I definitely like the points in Ron's Gone Wrong, which I think we'll have to review at some point because I really enjoyed that movie. But what's funny about that is that this movie and Ron's Gone Wrong have very similar premises. They also actually share the same actress who does the computers for both movies. So the lady who is the voice of the computer is also the lady who's the voice of the main computer in Ron's Gone Wrong.
Is it also a Sony flick?
No, this is a Fox.
It was Fox before they were bought.
Right. And this one, the tech billionaire dude, and this one is named Mark. And in Ron's Gone Wrong, his name is Mark as well. And they look the same. So it's interesting because I think there might have been some either copying or parallel thinking in this movie.
You know what? I agree with you in that movie. Honestly, when I first saw Ron Gone Wrong, I started off finding it as annoying and gradually warming up to it and enjoying it. Versus this, where I gradually enjoyed it to certain points where I was like, all right, you guys are dragging a bit too as well.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, we get it.
Yeah. For sure, yeah. But yeah, for what this movie was, I thought it was fun. It's a fun family flick. It's got good, heartwarming moments. Some of it's a little bit, and see, this is the problem is I just watched Ron's Gone Wrong, and so now I have to compare the two. And if I'm comparing the two, then I like the other one better. But if this is standing on its own, I think this does pretty darn well.
Look, let's
especially
not
the animation.
Let's review it, and then we'll compare them.
Yeah, there you go.
Review it.
See, that's my fault because I screwed up. Because my whole plan was to do a counteract to what do you call it? Don't Look Up with a movie called Searching for a Friend for the End of the World with Steve Carell. And I was like, I think that was like the best comparison movie. But I was like, you know what? Keelan, you did give me the idea because the other day you were talking about doing something animated. I was like, why not? Let's pick this. This is in my my bucket of films I haven't watched yet or want to watch.
You know what's crazy? I think this might kind of top what I wanted to do. And the crazy part is I wasn't able to find it. So it's interesting how that works. I wanted to, kind of break the mold with the animation, and it gave you the knock to do it. You do it, and it's this, and I wasn't able to find this is better than what I was thinking of. So that's great.
But regardless to it, I mean, we're all a team, and it's like sharing, we're brainstorming, and it's great because we bring this good content where we can actually just play with it and play pong with these ideas.
The corner jumper off the pass is just as good as the come down, man. I'm down to be Steve Kerr.
Well, look at me. I'm not wearing a hat, and I'm shaved like a baby's ass.
You know what? You got to give me tips on how to get the shave that close. I don't know how to do that yet.
Straight razor.
Oh no.
I'll tell you this: shave everything off with your clippers, and after that, put what is that? After shave. I just put it all over, and I just go all over my head. Everything. There you go. Shower and rinse it off, and put that alcohol, and boom. I already got 5 o'clock shadow if I go closer up to the camera, though.
Indeed. But yeah. So Katie and the family, how goes that?
Okay, so I'm sorry to the audience itself. So the synopsis of this movie, this is a 2021 film. I don't know which one it was, but it came out sometime last year.
April.
Wow. It's about to be his first year anniversary. So the synopsis for this movie is basically this ragtag family that is, I mean, not ragtag, but dysfunctional family that is not perfect and just doesn't get along. You know, it's a simple premise to a girl which named is Katie is getting ready to make that transition from, you know, high school into college. And the thing is, she's specifically going to film school in California. And her dad doesn't seem like she doesn't have this connection with her father that she would want, or what her father would want to have with her due to want to go to film school, et cetera, et cetera. He has his own mindset. And beyond all of this, when her transition to going to college and trying to get this rekindling of connection with her father, we have this freaking robot apocalypse. We have, you know, Terminator 2. Well, all the Terminator movies just in a cartoony way with the Facebook/Amazon face concept on it. And that's this movie. And this, what do you call it? This dysfunctional family trying to save the world, along with 2 dysfunction fucked up robots. Which I enjoyed.
Yeah, I think they were the best part of the movie, to be honest.
Along with the dog.
Yeah,
you can tell if it was a dog or a pig.
Pig dog.
Pig bread.
Bread. Yeah, there were a lot of really bright moments in this movie that kind of made me laugh. So I appreciate it, because, you know, there's so many movies that we have reviewed that are supposed to be comedies, and I had never laughed once. It's funny because, like, this actually genuinely did make me laugh. And,
like Colossus.
Like Colossus.
Colossal.
There we go. Damn.
Yeah, that one did not make me laugh, and that was supposed to be a comedy. So, and so did Paper Tigers. Paper Tigers didn't make me laugh.
Oh,
at least with Colossal,
it was great. It made me laugh.
Colossal put us in shock maybe twice.
Paper Tigers put me in shock. What do you got?
Paper Tigers was funny, not in the way they wanted it to be funny.
Yeah, maybe that's right. But yeah, no, this movie was genuinely funny. I laughed quite a bit at this one.
You didn't LOL?
I LOL'd and ruffled and
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess, huh? Whoa!
Fucking hate those acronyms, man.
Well, according to an older person I know, I won't say which one. We really should. Prince is the one who introduced acronyms into mainstream society back in the days with his music, and
I mean that's fine, but now we getting the shit in our dictionary, which is scary.
Yeah, apparently exactly like LOLs and all of that. I was like, wait, what? I was like, you got to show me this history. I need to know. I'm waiting for that documentary. It's going to be somewhere. If that's real history, it's coming up somewhere. That's why I won't say who told me that until I find out if it's true or not. I don't want to saunter their good name.
Not Chet, at least. Not Chet.
You get it.
Like how Paper Tigers came upon us.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I was not happy.
We laughed. Come on, we all
not
put Paper
once.
Tigers on
Not
the list.
Once.
Yeah, I thought Paper Tigers was all right.
Paper Tigers is on our list for sure.
I thought it was
a stupid movie.
Oh, no, it's a good, terrible movie. It's not even. No, I'm not going to say good because that would make you want to go see it. Don't see it.
You're right.
I'm telling you, man, it's like what you wanted the Karate Kid and Three Ninjas mixed together, what old people came up to be.
Dude, if I wanted that, I would go watch 4 seasons of Cobra Kai that are actually 20 times better than anything that they could have thought of doing with that movie.
What if Paper Tigers inspired Cobra Kai?
No, Cobra Kai
No.
was there before.
No, I mean,
Yeah, I think it inspired Paper Tigers. I think 80s films in its entirety inspired that movie. Which is not a bad thing. I mean, honestly, we need more, bad movies like that because they become cult followings and they become entertainment. I don't mind them, and I think this is where
there's
we got
tons of those on Amazon. If you ever want to watch them, we should
Amazon
definitely
and Netflix now. Yeah,
Scarface by standard was a terrible movie. Look at it now.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. That's
Exactly.
a slog to get through.
Excuse me.
No, but I just watched Llama Apocalypse on Amazon. That
I'm
was a good
watching
one.
that. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I was talking about playing Mario Party after this.
Dude, they have like a whole collection of like D-list movies, and it's really good.
I bet you Sharknado's in there, isn't it?
Oh yes, all of them. All
of the
4 of
Sharknado.
them or whatever.
Never seen any of
Also
those
became
movies.
a cult classic.
Yeah.
Dude, it's just like that one movie with the worms and shit. I forgot what it called. I think it was with Kevin Spacey was in it.
Tremors.
There we go, Tremors.
Kevin Bacon. Yeah.
Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, that one became a cult classic. It wasn't a very good movie, but everybody loves it.
Tremors, I think the concept was just really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of just cult classic or trends, so to speak, because that's what
Keelan's trying to get us back on track.
No, yeah, I am. But I really just noticed something. Hold on, wait. I really just noticed something. When you look at the layout of the clip art, is that what we would call that? Clip art?
Mm-hmm.
Poster art? I almost thought we were looking at Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
It did kind of look like that. Yeah.
Like just at a glance. And I'm just sitting here like, wait, you put this with that. There's some correlation between those two things as well.
Probably. I've never seen those movies, and I wouldn't be surprised. Really? I've never seen those movies.
Oh, yeah. There's like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, and I'd say maybe 2 or 3 other movies I could probably put together right now that all fit kind of the same. Like if you were in different parts or different times and the same thing just kept happening over and over and over and over. Like,
you know what? And I hope Sony Animation continues to make those movies versus, they default for a couple of years. It's like fucking Hotel Transylvania, which I've noticed shifted off and went to Amazon.
Well, and what's funny too is that the last few animated movies I've seen haven't been Disney. And it's very clear that all the other studios are doing animation better than Disney now.
Well, the thing is with that,
and
I'm glad you threw that out there, because for the Academy, it's funny because the head of the Academy, for when they vote on that over there, is legitly the president from Pixar. So.
Wow,
maybe there's some beef there.
So that's how the president over there on the guy that runs Pixar over there at Disney, this is why Disney's always winning those fucking things. I'm like, it's rare when you see other animation studios win anything. There's a lot of good stuff out there.
I'm kind of like hot take. I'm kind of tired of Pixar.
Yeah,
we watched Coco and Encanto, and they're this like. I mean, all the Pixar movies just look the same now. There's nothing like unique.
All the animation really looks the same.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'll tell you this: after Coco, well, during Coco, I remember Disney trying to buy the Day of the Dead holiday for their own. I was like, what? The fuck is
why do I remember that? Yeah.
Disney just goes down to Mexico and just knocks on the president's door, just like, we want to buy your holiday.
Like, no, what the fuck, dude? It's a tradition. It's culture. You don't buy culture.
Don't tell them that.
Oh yeah, they just all they really want to do is they want to market Mickey Mouse sugar skulls, and that's why they really want to do that.
Yeah, that's the facts actually,
and people will buy them.
Oh yeah.
Well, speaking of Pixar, I'm whatever about Buzz Lightyear, and I might only want to say Turning Red, which is basically an animated Asian version of Teen Wolf. If you guys ever see the trailer for Turning Red, which is going to be on
man.
Disney Plus as of April because Disney decided they're pulling back because of COVID stuff.
That's crazy.
Or because they had a terrible year last year.
The rollout year was not well.
Bro, they published like something like 24 new franchises or properties.
Oh wow.
They
Only
went
2 movies.
overkill.
Like, only 2 movies was good. Was
That's what I thought though.
Spider-Man and Shang-Chi, and the whole opening of Avengers camp was only worthwhile money making stuff.
Oh, and don't forget that the Galactic. Have you guys seen the video for the new hotel, the Galactic Cruiser Hotel?
No.
Oh my god! I wish we could pull it up, to be honest, but we get popped by Disney. But it's so it costs $4,000 for 2 nights. $4,000 for 2 nights, and it is the most rinky-dink shit you've ever seen. And it's supposed to be, the hotel is like a galactic star cruiser from Star Wars.
It's my fucking paycheck in 1 month.
I'll say this: the fortunate part for that is that's not too much more than the current Disney hotels, so they'll get people in there.
I'd rather stay at the one next to the California Lodge. Yes. Honestly, that one's nicer.
That place is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Never stayed overnight, but I've seen it. And
I know I can't afford it, but I just go home. It's like, why would I stay in a Disney hotel?
This is true.
Just go home.
I'm done. That's me and my wife's paycheck in 1 month for 2 days.
Oh yeah.
Man, listen.
Without the bills being paid.
I was about to say, man, listen.
And without access to the parks, that's not even park access. I was just going to say,
that means you're only staying in the hotel. You better hope that breakfast is continental. And yeah, I don't know what you're eating.
It boasts it has lightsaber training, but the lightsaber training is really just shooting like little lasers that you have to block with a plastic lightsaber.
It's like that Spider-Man ride over there at Disney California. You got to pay for fucking upgrades when you're playing it. I mean, when you're on the ride, I'm like,
really?
Okay.
Wow.
Whoa. We got in ride purchases now.
Not me.
Yeah, I saw that coming years ago, but I won't go into it. Yeah, I don't know.
This is terrible. This is terrible because I think we like this movie.
Oh no, we love this movie.
Yeah.
We like this movie a lot.
It's fine. There's nothing really to criticize here.
Okay, look here. Let's watch. Katie and her family went on an amazing vacation after her father dropped the ball and tried to become a better father.
Mm-hmm.
Once that didn't go well, the aliens. Oh, I'm sorry, those weren't aliens. The robots invaded. After the robots invaded, Eric Andre realized he was. I'm sorry, no, Mark. Mark realized that
he's a jerk. He seems like he's a jerk. With that dumbass show he had.
Right. He realized that he messed up. He meets her dad, tells him about himself. He realizes he's not a bad dad. He goes back, be's a good dad. That's right. He bees it. He be's a good dad, and we survive.
Man, I want to watch that Dog Cop movie.
Done.
The series.
That looks
Dog Cop looks pretty good.
Hilarious. I hope that's available somewhere, and we just haven't found it, because I will watch that. That looks good.
Yeah,
that looks pretty funny. But hey, you know what? I think something I liked or took away from this movie was, again, like I said about the voice actors, I feel like they all had some say into their lines. They were able to riff and ad lib. Katie, her voice, love her and pretty much everything she does. It's always funny. It's always good. Execution is perfect. I think every single voiceover actor, they had good timing. They all had really good timing from a comedy stance.
Mm-hmm.
And that probably wasn't that easy to do with this script. Not saying that it's a bad script, but you have to compensate for, you're probably not in a room with the other actor, right? And at the same time, you're having to compensate for watching the animation and getting that timing down, as well as the comedy timing, and hoping that translates when they put it all together.
You know, this remind me when I had a conversation with my father some time ago, when he was like, voice acting is not real acting. I was like, you're old.
It's a little harder, actually.
You're old, man. Shut up.
I would think
Shut
it's
your
a
ass up.
Now I'm sure
Man.
it's fun and probably
Yeah.
a little easier in context
I
because
would
you don't
love to
have to
be
be as presentable per se, But there's cameras in the studio, so
it's a
you
hard
could be in
gig.
your
It's a
yammies.
hard gig to get into.
Mhm.
Like a lot of the market is cornered by a handful of people.
Yeah, and a lot of people they do their job so well. They're
A lot of them are in this movie, for the record.
yeah, it's like hearing people like Johnny on Bosch, which I don't know if you guys know where Johnny on Bosch basically got his break from. Johnny on Bosch is a dude that was the second Black Ranger in the Power Rangers series that took over the black dude Zach's place due to money and all that other crap when they did it. And Johnny Young Bosch, after doing Power Rangers, he got into voice acting, and he's just like really famous for stuff like where is he real famous for that I know that you guys been like anime called Bleach. He plays like the main character.
Didn't he do
does like
Shredder too? Like the new Shredder and the new animated version?
could be.
I
I
think
stopped
so.
watching Ninja Turtles for a while.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the new ones either, so I couldn't corroborate.
All that, yeah.
yeah.
All that to be said, I mean, yeah, I think voice acting is a pretty cool job to have.
What's his name?
Oh
sure.
yeah,
Steve
I'd love
Bloom.
to do it.
Steve Bloom is awesome. That dude has been the voice of freaking Wolverine for years.
Mm.
So yeah, it's a good job. I mean, shit, if you can break through, fuck, why not?
Yeah, and that's really all it is it's. I'd say if you had 7,000 different voices, you probably have only about 700 different actors.
Yeah, and then if you're good at one, yeah, they want to reboot your shit, you come back. Look at the whole cast for the Rugrats.
Right, exactly.
Well, that woman died, right?
No, she's still there. I think she's still there.
Bart
She's still
Simpson?
alive. Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah,
really?
I don't know.
She played Tommy Pickles too.
I don't know. I gotta check that because
I thought she passed away.
I seen like an interview when they were reintroducing the Rugrats.
She was also in Fairly Odd Parents. She was Timmy.
Fairly Odd Parents. Oh, that's Tara Strong, I think.
Is it? Oh, okay.
That did. Let me check. But yes, more in the movie.
E.G. Daily.
What's an E.G. Daily?
That's who voiced Tommy Pickles.
Oh, okay.
And no, she's still with us. She's 60 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was like,
still working, indeed.
Yes, she's still. Yeah, I was just. Unless you're thinking about the lady who did Mrs. Krabappel.
No, it was the woman who played Bart Simpson. What's her name?
I don't think she's passed either because she was a big personality, like Instagram. So, well, that could be why Let's check that out.
Right. Nancy Cartwright.
Cartwright.
She's alive. Okay, she's alive. That's good.
And just because I'm thinking about it in the moment, let's give a shout out to Cree Summers and her 50 million voices as well.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Cree Summer?
Cree Summers is Angelica from Rugrats, and she was in Kid Next Door, and she was on A Different World, and she's in SpongeBob and a million other things. she's a voiceover actor that pretty much voiced every childhood little black kid you could think of.
Angelica's not black. Well, Angelica is Jewish, so she do got some black in her.
That is fun. Oh, and not Angelica.
Tommy's Jewish too.
Yeah, they all got some black in them.
What was Angelica's friend's name? I forget her name.
Susie.
Cynthia?
Susie.
Oh, Susie.
No, she was Susie.
Hey, you know what? I just watched the Rugrats movie again, and Cynthia was actually black and looked black in that movie. The dog.
Yeah, because she kind of looked Latina, huh? Back in the day. Yeah. A little bit.
Never even thought about it, yeah. Speaking of watch this full circle. Speaking of Latina, so Linda Mitchell in the movie Mitchell's versus the Machines.
You noticed she was Latina?
I noticed she was Latina. And I was like, so are we not just gonna pay any attention to this? But actually, she's mixed race. With Maya Rudolph being her voice, I put together like, nah, she's not Latina. She has a Caucasian parent and a black parent, and so she looks Latina, but there is no Spanish there.
Yeah, it usually works like that, as long as they're not like that show on Netflix called Big Mouth. I remember one person decided to drop
She's
off
in that
because one lady was like, "Well, I'm not the race, so I shouldn't be doing it." I'm like, "That's stupid." That's
That
stupid.
did happen in Big Mouth, yeah.
It's happening all over the place. I think they did that to Mila Kunis, right? And they did it to Hank Azaria for sure. He's not allowed.
I know. I remember it happened to Hank.
Yeah.
I don't remember it happening to Mila Kunis, but possibly. I think that might be who was let off of Big Mouth.
I think of Big Mouth, yeah.
For whom?
I'm gonna just keep the rest of my comments
I
to
don't
myself
know.
on
People
that.
are dumb.
Oh,
People are dumb. Yeah, you'd like if anybody knew that it was a white woman that played Bart Simpson, or like, it's like
man, listen. If anybody knew there were women playing male child voices all over voice acting, there'd be a connection.
Well, it's fun.
That's
It's
where all the real good female actresses, voice actors, made a lot of their money, like early back in the day, because nobody really thought about it.
Well, it's a female-dominated market too.
For sure.
Yeah. It's funny because The Simpsons actually, I've watched some of the newer Simpsons episodes. It's one episode where Bart literally gets into voice acting.
Oh.
And they do the whole thing about females being voice actors and stuff. And the voice actor that is for Bart is like our own guest star in the fucking episode. So I just thought it was really funny. And it's sincerely true. I mean, look at Phil Omar. Phil Omar is
one of the very few males that you know who do it well.
And he did Samurai Jack, and he played an Asian dude.
Yep. Right.
And Hermes.
And he did it well.
Yes, he did.
Well, he's got a good voice. That's what matters. If you have a good voice, that's all that should matter. But yeah, this was a great movie. I don't know if there's anything to critique.
Ratings already.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so
just go watch it with your family or something. It's nice.
Yeah. Basically, just go watch it. It's good. It's a family road trip.
It's a family movie. It's a date movie. It's a take a shit movie.
And it genuinely made me laugh, which is hard to do. I'm notoriously unfunny, so
Also, I will say something else this movie points out is treat your technology better. I just dropped my mouse. I'm sorry, mouse. I'm sorry, mouse. Treat your technology better.
Right.
Like really, please.
Yeah. And that's why I'm gonna choose Ron's Gone Wrong for my next one.
No,
because it's in the same vein.
I sincerely watched like 20 minutes of the South Park post-COVID episode, and I was just like, look how he treats Alexa.
Oh man. Look how Alexa treats him.
Yeah, you would sign up for that.
It's the future.
No, sir.
We get it. It's the future.
I'll go analog if that's what it's.
The doorbell in the future sings to you.
I know.
Don't spoil too much. I haven't finished it yet because my kid was sitting there watching it too. I was like, my wife was like, "You gotta turn that off."
I love the weird. I like the weird like Japanese woman that always appears on the TV. Have you seen that too?
At the Denny's plus Apple. Hey, when are you guys gonna become Denny's plus Applebee's?
I know, right?
Everything's a plus or a max.
Got to. You know why, right? Monopoly.
You know what? I used to. It's funny that they're finally bringing that shit. I was always talking about that. I'm like, why is all these services? It's fucking pluses. Like,
plus, max. Yeah.
I mean,
deluxe.
Does that make it premium?
I guess it did.
Premium joke this week.
I'm listening.
Don't forget your dog optometry.
Off air. I can't do that.
But yeah, let's just do ratings since we're kind of just
moseying around,
shooting the shit.
Yeah,
doing what we do off camera.
Pretty much.
Hey man, look,
we're gonna have to choose a bad movie soon because
let All right, let's make it as if this were a bad movie. I mean, they, for God's sake, they didn't have to be so good at making us laugh and being, having on-screen chemistry. Who does that?
Taking all that time animating, what losers?
Oh my
I mean,
God!
seriously.
Just show us the actors. Just show us the actors.
Yeah, exactly.
The biggest negative. Oh my God, I'm doing the President Trump thing. The biggest negative we can probably see in this movie that some of the chemistry of the whole family, the whole daughter father bonding thing did kind of drag a bit.
Mm-hmm. It did
And
a
that
little
was
bit.
it.
Yeah,
That was so gross.
It dragged just for a moment or two, but the animation's fucking gorgeous, man.
Who cares if kids and their parents get along?
Yeah, they never get along in the movies anyway.
Especially in college. Oh,
Way too
actually,
cool.
I will say that because I think Dijon did say this a little earlier, maybe Nick. This is a great, even family movie in general. It's not just like, oh, your little kids. Like, you could watch this with your adult kids and get a good a good holiday movie, really. I think we're still kind of in that mix. So if you were to run into your family and have some time to sit around, this would be a good watch for sure.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Yeah, agreed.
Look,
all right.
and make sure you have your number 3 Robertson non-slip screwdriver.
Yes, absolutely. Always.
You have to watch the movie to figure out what that's about, guys. But that is definitely,
Nothing to do with a boss.
You see, he always skipped leg day, though.
Always skipped leg day.
Always skipped leg day.
Even back in the day. You thought
Even
back
that,
in the days,
yeah.
Nah.
Danny McBride.
Hey, Danny McBride looks like he skipped leg day in real life too. So.
Oh, we got to do this as the end sooner or later.
At some point, we will, I'm sure. All right, I'm going to give it a 7.5. I really enjoyed this movie. I think it was fun. It's a good family movie, good time, good time to laugh. Nothing you can really pick apart too much. The animation's great. It's not going to rank high on my list because it's not like I'm being snobby about this. So it's not in the upper echelons of cinema, but but it's very good. It's very good, and it's a good time, and you won't regret watching it. So yeah, 7.5 for me.
You got to do this when you say it's not.
Yeah.
For sure. I love the way the story flowed. I love the way it all played out. Beat by beat, had a good laugh, was entertained, was in tune. I had to pause it to walk out. I couldn't, sometimes you can get up, especially in animations. You can just get up, walk out, come back, and you didn't really miss anything. This felt like a full action, like a full live action movie where you're so entertained, you don't want to miss any of the action. However,
until you get to the Jay-Z song?
No. However, I guess sometimes I have to realize, I think it's because I don't have kids yet. I'm fully entertained by things, but at moments I'm just like, all right, this could have ended 10 minutes ago. What are we still doing? And because of that, I'm kind of on the same side as Nick. Maybe I haven't broken the mold to give these types of movies anything higher than a 7.58, which would be perfect for this. And so I'm going to give this a 7.
Yeah. Very good. Bijan?
Oh, good. Sorry. I was sitting there thinking about who turn is it next for the next pick.
Nick, I believe.
No, is he? At least you guys all know what's the next possible movie for
I don't
Wednesday.
know. Is it my turn?
Yeah. Oh no, it's my turn actually.
It's Steven's turn.
Dun, dun, dun.
My dad. See what happened when you're doing this one day out of the week. You forget the rotation.
You saved enough time. Give us your rating.
I give it a 7.5 too as well.
Nice.
Off the back. Yeah, it's really nothing I can really depict from this. I mean, it would have got a solid 8 if certain aspects of it just didn't drag. That's it. It was just fun. I mean, for me to be non-snobbish, or I'm being snobbish about it, it has to hit emotionally for me to get anything from an 8 and up in some aspects of it, you know.
Yeah.
But regardless of it, you know, I wouldn't mind throwing it in the background, watching it again, especially I got a kid and it entertains him because he loves robots to a point. So yeah, that's about it. The chemistry, voice acting wise was great, and everything else was amazing. Well,
Definitely.
not that amazing, but it was good enough. If it was amazing, I would give it a better score. But
right,
it's good.
I will say this, and I'm gonna actually adjust. I'm gonna go up to an 8. This is gonna get a full 8. This is gonna get an animated 10 for me. Dejan, you just said something that made me have to adjust my rating. Although the drag out, that was what, like, agreeing with that. The drag out of the emotional part. I'm like, was there a reason behind that? Like, maybe it's because I don't have kids yet. I don't get why that took so long to get to. But all of those really like micro informational moments, you know, watching the family videos and reflecting on that and finding those correlations, damn near every single one of those made me tear up. So I have to give this an 8 when I incorporate the emotional side of what they were able to get accomplished, at least to me, for me. Man, had I not held back so I could focus on what was going on in the storyline, Onions never did that. That's for sure. Yeah, I might have had to put this thing on pause for a little bit and let it flow to feel, shake it off a little. So yeah, no, I'm going to change this to an 8. Thank you for that insight, because I never thought about that.
All right. Well, my 7.5, Keelan's 8, and Dijon 7.5 brings this to a 7.6.
Yes, indeed.
7.6 out of 10. Not bad. Pretty good score. I definitely recommend that you watch it. It'll be a fun watch. Certainly better than a lot of movies we've seen. And so,
Man,
yeah, like,
yeah,
look. I mean, this makes reminiscence.
Oh no.
Yeah.
This makes The Little Lies look like
little things. Yeah.
Yeah, the little lies. Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry, I was thinking about Little Liars or one of those. But yeah, this makes the little things look like B-roll.
Mm-hmm. Like a high school art or film project.
For sure. And yes, I just said it. A movie with Eric Andre smoked a movie with Denzel Washington. What you want from me?
Just go watch that show he had on Adult Swim.
He has a movie on Netflix, which is pretty funny too.
He has good material.
Have you seen that movie? It's like it's like called Road Trip or something like that. I forget what it's called, but it's one of those prank movies. He kind of does like a Borat thing, which is pretty funny.
He reminds me of somebody that should have been on TV early in our era, and they just weren't paying attention to him, and then he got on, and he just kept doing what worked.
He got on. Yeah, he got on a late era because that show he had on Adult Swim. Watching a lot of the guests that got on and the weird shit he would do. They were getting so pissed off.
But it was a lot of people that were like barely becoming famous or had just kind of got out of love. Like when you even go back and you look at all of the guests he had, it's like,
was so pissed.
Damn, I almost kind of think he was looking at it like he was spoofing like a Johnny Carson type of a situation.
It's Between Two Ferns before Between Two Ferns,
right?
Plus Jackass,
right? It's like almost like breaking artists, like artists that you're not too big for me to do this to you, but you're not quite small enough to where I won't get views for this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, we got another Jackass next month coming out.
Yeah.
Jackass Forever.
One of them's gonna break all of their bones.
Awkwardly, I want to see it. I can't act like I didn't. I got more excited than I did for that Matrix shit we watched.
Yeah, fair. All right.
Hopefully, it's on Paramount Plus.
Mm-hmm.
It should be.
Hopefully, because Paramount has all the MTV shit and Comedy Central shit on there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, that's a Viacom property, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look, gotta think of the parent company. Oh, now you guys know how we think this stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Well, anything else before we wrap this one up?
Go watch the Mitchells versus the Machines, or the Machines versus the Mitchells. Type it in however you want to. It's gonna come up.
Nothing much, but a curtain closeout for you guys.
Mm.
Alrighty, so thank you guys for joining us on Screen Time Continuum for this Sunday Fun Day night, and hopefully everybody is enjoying their weekend. If you love what we do, come see us in our individual properties or shows, podcasts, I must say, as we have on Mondays, starting off with Nick and his show, Exophasm. You can catch that at 8 o'clock or 8:30, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But on the safe side, you can catch them on Monday nights. Next to that, you can dive in on Tuesdays and you can catch Keelan with Numbers Can Talk on Tuesday nights. And randomly, you can catch me on Twitch on whatever random game I'm playing and having a good time on Strawberries and Coffee. And all I can say is thank you guys so much. Hope you guys are having on all a great 3-day weekend. If you're getting the holiday off, and if not, hope you're having a good weekend all together. So thank you for joining us here on Screen Time Continuum, and I am the Mustard.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Keelan. Thanks a lot, guys.